Good morning, everybody. Our topic is alcohols, and we are going to learn the point nomenclature of alcohols. Alcohols are named by three systems. One is a common system. Second is the IUPAC system. Third is carbinol system. These are the three systems used for the nomenclature of alcohols. In the last lecture, we completed these two systems, common system and IUPAC system. Today, I will take the objective question on the title, give the IUPAC name to the following molecules. Give IUPAC name to the following molecules. Suppose if you take the alcohols can be represented by the condensed formula as well as the bond line formula. Yesterday we completed 5 examples on condensed formula. Today I will take the bond line formula. See the bond line formula examples. So first example is like this. This is the example. It is a bond line formula. So see here you have to give the IUPAC name of this molecule. Now see, first select the longest chain. The longest chain is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbon atoms. Therefore, it is a derivative of hexane. Then second thing, the position of the OH group is indicated by the smallest possible number, either numbering from left hand side or right hand side. The OH group must get the lowest possible number. When you will number from the left hand side, you will get the number 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 will be here. When you will numbering from the right hand side, 1, 2, 3 will be here. So which numbering is correct? Left hand side numbering is correct. So give the numbering from the left hand side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. See the substituents, alkyl substituents. These are present on the carbon number 4 and 5. Both are identical. Therefore, you have to be use the term di. So the name will become dimethyl hexane. The suffix is replaced by 3-OL. This is the IUPAC name. Dimethyl hexane 3-OL. Take the second example here. This structure represents skeleton of human being. When you will attach the OH group here, it will become alcohol. So the numbering will be like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. So the IUPAC name of this compound is 2,3-dimethyl. See the substituents are present on the carbon number 2 and 3. Therefore, the name will become 2,3-dimethyl butane 2-OL. Then third example. This structure represents the capital E. Now see here, when we attach here one OH group here, another OH group here, another OH group here. You know that in classification I was explaining it has the two common names. One is glycerol and second one is glycerine. But here we are not going to learn here the common name. We are going to learn here the IUPAC name. The IUPAC name of this structure is Give the numbering here 1, 2, 3. These are the three carbon atoms. Therefore, it is a derivative of propane. The E is a retained. It will be not substituted because it is a triadic alcohol. The alcohol groups are present at the carbon number 1, 2 and 3. 3 are there. Therefore, the correct name is propane 1, 2, 3 triol. Take the big revision. Our point is give the IUPAC name or write the IUPAC name. Now see here, these are the three structures. Now I will take the difficult examples on the title bond line formula. See the bond line formula here. This is the plus sign, mathematical sign, where you will write here OH group. The common name of this compound is tertiary butyl alcohol. This point represents a carbon atom. This is methyl group, methyl group, methyl group. So you have to write its IUPAC name. The IUPAC name is here. See here, you have to give the numbering here 1, 2, 3. This is 2-methyl propane 2-OL. See, 3 carbon atoms are in a straight chain. Therefore, it is a derivative of propane. OH group is attached to the carbon number 2. Therefore, E is substituted by 2-OL. Substituent is present at the carbon number 2. Substituent is methyl. Therefore, the IUPAC name is 2-methyl propane. Take the next example. This is the swastik sign. Now see here, in this case, when you will attach here the OH group at any one position, and you have to be write the IUPAC name. So see the first select the longest chain containing OH group 1, 2, 3, 4. Therefore, it is a derivative of butane. The OH group is attached to the carbon number 1. Therefore, the suffix is retained by the 1-OL. Now, see the substituents are present at the carbon number 2. The substituents are CH2, CH3, CH2, CH3. Both are identical. Therefore, you have to use the term di. And what is the name of this one? CH2, CH3. That is the ethyl group. Therefore, it is attached to the carbon number 2. Therefore, the name will become 2,2-diethyl butane 2-OL. Then take the one more example here so that you will get the more confidence. This is the one more example here. Now see here, you have to select the longest chain here. See here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can go to this side or this side, both are correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 carbon atoms are in a straight chain. 3 is the lowest possible number. See the substituents here. On the carbon number 4, methyl group. On the carbon number 5, ethyl group. So you have to use the alphabetical rule. So the name will become 5-ethyl 4-methyl heptane 3-OL. So write the name here 5-ethyl 4-methyl heptane 3-OL. These are the names of the compounds. Again, take the more difficult example here. Give the IUPAC name to the following molecules. This will contain structural formulae, contains formulae as well as bond line. Now see the example here. C2H5, C double bond CH2, CH2OH. This is the unsaturated alcohol. Now see, in this unsaturated alcohol, you have to select the longest chain containing the different functional groups. Now see here, 1, 2, 3, 4. You cannot select this chain because it does not contain the carbon-carbon double bond. The chain should be like this: 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. So this is the correct option here. Now see, it contains 3 carbon atoms, therefore it is a derivative of propane. The double bonds, carbon-carbon double bond starts from the carbon number 2, therefore we can write here pro-2-ene. Pro-2-ene. Again see, the alcoholic OH group is substituted at the carbon number 1, therefore substitute 1 by OL. Substitute E by 1 OL. Again see, the substituent is present on the carbon number 2 and the name of the substituent is 2. E must be capital here. 2-ethyl propane. 2-ethyl. So the complete IUPAC name of this molecule is 2-ethyl pro-2-ene 1-OL. Now see the next example here. Give the IUPAC name to the molecule CH3, CH2, CH, CH2OH, CH2, CH2, CH2Cr. You have to write the IUPAC name of this molecule. Now see here, if you select, this is the longest chain, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is not the correct answer because it does not contain the functional group OH. If you select the longest chain, this one, this is the correct one because it contains the functional group OH as well as Cr. Cr, this is a bifunctional molecule. It contains the 2 functional groups. One is the halogen, particularly chlorine, and second is alcohol. You have to prefer the preferential order of the functional group. So the preferential order of functional group indicates that alcohols are more preferred than the halogen. Therefore, we have to give the lowest possible number to the alcohol, not to the halogen. So the numbering must be from here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 carbon atoms are in a straight chain. Therefore, derivative is pentane. The OH group is attached to the carbon number 1. Substitute by 1 OL. E is substituted by 1 OL. Now see the substituents here. One is C2H5, another is a chlorine. Then it starts from the C. This substituent starts from the E. So you have to use the alphabetical order rule. Therefore, the name of this compound will become 5-fluoro. 5-fluoro. Then 2-ethyl. And the complete name will become 5-fluoro-2-ethyl pentane 1-OL. Again, take the one more example to understand the IUPAC nomenclature. So see the example here. This is the cyclic compound. It is the cyclobutane. This is the cyclobutene. Double bond is there. So I will write here the 2 groups. One is the OH group and this is the methyl group. Now see here, you have to give the numbering here. Here must be 1, then here 2 or here 2. Remember that alkenes are more preferred here. Therefore 2, 3, 4. So the name will become, see here it is a compound in the cyclobutane. This is your cyclobutane. For remembering, the double bond starts from the carbon number 2. Therefore this is a cyclobute-2-ene. Again see the OH group is attached to the carbon number 1. therefore the suffix E is substituted by one OL. Therefore it will become, again see the another substituent, alkyl group substituent is present on the carbon number 4. Therefore 4-methyl cyclobute 1 in 1 OL. This is the name here. So we completed the point here, IUPAC nomenclature by the two systems. One is a common system and second is IUPAC system. Remember that IUPAC system is more preferred than the common system. In IUPAC system, we learn the nomenclature by structural formula, bond condensed formula, by bond line formula. All these are very important. Now I will take here the third system, that is the carbinol system. The title here, carbinol system. Remember that this system is not included in the syllabus of board pattern. It is for the CBSE or NCERT syllabus. Now see here, the first important point here, methyl alcohol CH3OH is considered as carbinol. So this is the important point here. And other alcohols are considered as derivatives of carbinol. Derivatives of carbinol. See the example here. CH3OH. As per the carbinol system, name is the carbinol. Second example, CH3CH2OH. Now see here, one of the hydrogen is substituted by this group. And you know the name of this group? The name of this group is a methyl group. Therefore, it will become methyl carbinol. Third example, CH3CH2CH2OH. See, in this case it is substituted by this group. So you know the name of this group? It is a N-propyl group. And it is a carbinol. So the name will become N-propyl carbinol. Now N-propyl carbinol. Now see here, in this case, all the three carbon atoms are in a straight chain. Therefore, it is N-propyl carbinol. Now the fourth example, CH3CH2OH. See, in this case, all the three carbon atoms are in a straight chain. But here, on the second carbon atom, one methyl group is there. Therefore, the name of this one is isopropyl carbinol. Then fifth example, CH3CH2OH. See, here is the only one side chain, but here is two side chains on the second carbon atom. Therefore, it is tertiary butyl carbinol. Tertiary butyl carbinol. Now I will set the one important question. CH3 3 times CH2OH. So three question here. Write its common name, IUPAC name, and carbinol system name. So you have to write these three names. Now see here, this is a condensed formula. This is condensed formula. The structural formula is like this. This is the structural formula. Come to the point here. This is condensed formula. This is the structural formula. Now you know the carbonyl system name. What is the carbonyl system name? Tertiary butyl carbonyl. But you have to write its common name as well as IUPAC name. What is the formal name? Now see here it contains 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbon atoms, and this is the neopentyl. So the name will become neopentyl alcohol. This is the common name. Now you have to write the IUPAC name. So give the numbering here. 1, 2, 3. Name will become 2,2-dimethyl. 2,2-dimethyl propane. 3 carbon atoms are in a straight chain. Suffix E is replaced by 1 OL. 1 OL. So this is the important point here. So we completed the point nomenclature of alcohols by the 3 systems: common system, IUPAC system, as well as the carbonyl system. Take the brief revision of the carbonyl system. The first and most important sentence: CH3OH, that is methyl alcohol, is considered as a carbonyl, and other alcohols are considered as derivative of carbonyl. First, second, third, fourth, 5 example are very important. Now on the 5 example, we can take the brief revision on the common system, IUPAC system, and carbonyl system. So remember that in the topic alcohols, what we learn up to this point. In the topic alcohols are represented by ROH. In this point, you have to learn the 9 points in detail. 9 points. I was given in the summary. The first point is the introduction. Second point is the definition. Third point is the classification. Fourth point is nomenclature. So we completed these 4 points, and I hope that every student should get the clear idea of the 4 points. Now I am going to start the point number 5, that is isomerism in alcohols. So everybody should give the title isomerism in alcohols. Give the title isomerism in alcohols. First and important question: alcohols shows dash types of isomerism. Now see the title isomerism. In the 11th standard syllabus, you learn the type isomerism. So first I will give the definition of isomerism. The compounds having the same molecular formula but different structural formulae are called as isomers of each other, and this whole property or phenomenon is known as isomerism. Isomerism, I will take the revision of the 11th standard syllabus, is mainly 2 types. One is the structural isomerism, and second is the stereoisomerism. Stereoisomerism is 2 types. One is optical isomerism, and second is geometrical isomerism. Structural isomerism is of the type: one is the chain isomerism, second is the position isomerism, third is the functional isomerism, fourth is the metamerism. Now here is the question. Alcohol shows the dash types of isomerism. Now see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are the 7 types of different types of isomerism. The on point is here 4. Now what are that 4 types of isomerism? That I will write here. That 4 types of isomerism. Now see the first one. One is a chain isomerism. Second is a position isomerism. Third is a functional isomerism. And last one is optical isomerism. So these are the 4 types of isomerism is shown by the alcohols. Now I will explain these 4 types of isomerism in details with the suitable example. Now let's take the example of the alcohol having the molecular formula. The molecular formula you can take here C4H10O. The C4H10O can be written by the 4 different ways. So I will write here A, B, C and D and set the different NEET, JEE as well as CET question here. C here I will write here CH3, CH2, CH2, CH2OH. Second CH3, CH, CH3, CH2OH. Third one CH3, CH, OH, CH2, CH3. And last one CH3, O, CH2, CH2, CH3. Again I will take here the one more here, E option, CH3, C, CH3, CH3, OH. Now, when you will observe the structure A to E, you will find that all have the same molecular formula. That is C4H10O. Count yourself in the structure A, B, C, D and E. Number of carbon atoms 4, hydrogen atoms 10, oxygen atom is 1. Now I will set the question, different question here. The first question, what is relation between structure A and B? Observe the structure A and B. In the structure A, all the 4 carbon atoms are in a straight chain. In the structure B, only 3 carbon atoms in a straight chain, one side chain is present. Therefore, it will show which type of isomerism? Chain isomerism. So, this is the chain isomerism. Now, see the second question. What is the relation between structures A and C? A and C. See the structure A, all the 4 carbon atoms are in a straight chain, OH group is attached to the carbon number 1. See the in structure B, all the 4 carbon atoms are in a straight chain, but OH group is attached to the carbon number 2. Therefore, this is an example of position isomerism. Now, third question, what is the relation between the structure A and B, A and C is correct. Then A and D. Now see here, the structure A contains the functional group OH, that is alcohol. Here functional group is ether. Therefore, this is the example of functional isomerism. This is the example of functional isomerism. Fourth one, what is the relationship between A and E? See here the structure A, 4 carbon atoms. In this case, only 2 structures, 2 side chains. Therefore, again, this is the example of chain isomerism. Last question is very, very important. Which of the following is optically active? Question mark. And this is the point here, optical activity. What is the condition for the optical activity? The compound must contain the asymmetric carbon atom. It is also called as chiral carbon atom, and it is denoted by C, W, X, Y and Z, where W is not equal to X, is not equal to Y, is not equal to Z. And which one is here? See here, this is your W, X, Y and Z, and this is your asymmetric carbon atom, and the correct answer, the structure C is the correct answer of the optical active. So we completed here the point isomerism in alcohols. First question, alcohol shows the dash types of isomerism. Answer is 4 types of isomerism. What are that one? Chain, position, functional and optical isomerism. So these are. Remember that structure A, B, C and E are not optically active because they do not contain a symmetric carbon atom or chiral carbon atom. So we completed the 5 points in this topic: introduction, definition, classification, nomenclature and isomerism. Now I will start the point number 6. Which is our point number 6? Preparation of alcohols. So give the title, preparation of alcohols. Give the title, preparation of alcohols. This is your point number 6. First, I will give the summary for the preparation of alcohols. This is a very important point in the topic alcohol. It is known as the heart of the topic alcohol. Maximum question will be set only on the 2 points: preparation and chemical properties, which are known as the reactions of alcohol. So see the summary here. These are shortly denoted as, there are the totally 5 methods for the preparation of alcohols. These are shortly denoted as 4-AKGR. So I will explain the meaning of the term 4-AKGR. So I will write here the 5 methods, 3, 4 and 5 methods. So write down here the 4 time A. See here, this is the 4 time A and this is K is here, and write here GR. Now the first A is written as, so I will write the term 4-AKGR. The first method is from alkyl halides, by using alkyl halides. Second is by hydration of alkenes. Third is by hydroboration oxidation of alkenes. By reduction of aldehyde, ketone, carboxylic acid and esters. Last, by using Grignard's reagent. Now see, this A stands for the alkyl. The second A stands for again alkyl. But remember, alkyl halide, this is alkyl. The third A stands for again alkyl. But remember that here method is a hydration. Here method is hydroboration oxidation. This AK stands for aldehyde, ketone, carboxylic acid and ester, and GR stands for Grignard's reagent. So this is the summary of the preparation of alcohols. There are totally 5 methods for the preparation of alcohols that are shortly denoted as 4-AKGR. These are the 4-AKGR. By using alkyl halides, by hydration of alkenes, by hydroboration, oxidation of alkenes, by reduction of aldate, ketone, carboxylic acid and esters, and last one by using Grignard reagent. So I will start the first method by hydrolysis of alkyl halides. Actually, I was explain this reaction in the topic alkyl halides. Refer topic alkyl halides. Particularly which point? Reactions of alkyl halides. Reactions of alkyl halides. That is called as hydrolysis. Now I will set the question first on hydrolysis, second question on alkyl halides. Now see which reagent is used for the hydrolysis of alkyl halides. I will give the four options here. You select the correct option here. First option is aqueous KOH, second is aqueous NaOH, third one is a moist silver oxide, and last option is any of these. So we select the correct option here because you learn this reaction in the topic alkyl halides. The correct answer is any of these. Now I will set the question in this one. What is the general molecular formula for alkyl halides? This general molecular formula is CnH2n plus 1x. These are generally represented in Rx. The IUPAC name of alkyl halide is haloalkenes. This is the revision here. Haloalkenes. So I was set the first probable question only on the title hydrolysis and alkyl halides. Hydrolysis, particularly it is alkaline hydrolysis. It is alkaline hydrolysis. And the reagent used, you can use either aqueous KOH, aqueous NaOH, moist silver oxide, or any of these. Second question on alkyl halides. Alkyl halides have general molecular formula CnH2n plus 1x. These are generally represented in Rx. IUPAC name is haloalkanes. Alkyl halides are monohalogen derivative of alkenes. Alkyl halides are monohalogen derivative of alkenes. Now see the reactions here. See the reaction here, our example. First example, alkyl halides are generally represented by Rx. These are your alkyl halides. We will select the first reagent, KOH aqueous. This is alkaline hydrolysis reaction. You can easily remove from this one KX. So what you will get here? ROH plus KX. And this is the formula for alcohol. And this is your title, preparation of alcohol in this way. Now see here, I will set the question on the reaction. This reaction is a gas-gas reaction, ABCNB. First option is the substitution reaction. Second option is nucleophilic substitution reaction. Third option, electrophilic substitution reaction. Last option is elimination reaction. Select the correct one. I will give the 1 minute to select the correct option. Here correct answer is nucleophilic substitution reaction. These are generally denoted as ASEN reaction. S stands for substitution, N stands for nucleophilic, ASEN. Now come to the detailed examples here. Rx are three types. You know the classification of alkyl halides: primary, secondary and tertiary. When alkyl halide is primary, You learn the SN reaction. SN reactions are two types. One is the SN1 reaction and second is SN2 reaction. You learn in detail in the topic alkyl halides. Now I will say when the alkyl halide is primary, the hydrolysis will be take place according to the SN1 or SN2 reaction. Immediately, when the alkyl halide is the primary, then reaction follows the SN2 mechanism. The nucleophile will attack from the back side. When alkyl halide is tertiary, it follows the SN1 mechanism. It is a two-step mechanism. When the alkyl halide is secondary, it can follow the SN1 or SN2 mechanism depending upon reaction condition. Structure of substrate, nature of nucleophile, nature of leaving group, temperature, pressure. These 5 points are there. So we completed here by hydrolysis of alkyl halide. Take the brief revision. Reagents, this one, this one, this one. Now I will take here again the details examples of this one. Suppose if you take here the alkyl halide CH3Br plus KOH aqueous. In this case, you can remove here KBr. You will get here CH3OH plus KBr. This is a methyl bromide, methyl alcohol. This reaction follows SN2 mechanism because this is primary alkyl halide. Second example, CH3 3 times CBr. This is tertiary butyl bromide. This is a tertiary alkyl halide. When you will take here NaOH aqueous, but remember that it follows the SN1 mechanism because alkyl halide is SN1 tertiary alkyl halide. So you will get here tertiary butyl alcohol CH3COH plus Kb. So this is the point here. Now I will set the question only on the X. This is the important question. Rx is can be represented as RCl, RBr, Ri. See, alkyl group is same. Suppose it is methyl, methyl, methyl. But halogens are different. Chlorine, bromine, iodine. The correct order of reactivity is like this. As the size of halogen atom becomes larger, Ci bond will become weaker and weaker. Less energy will be required to break it, and therefore rate of reaction will be increased, and therefore order of reactivity is Ri is greater than Rbr is greater than Rcl. So these are the important questions here. I will set the another question. That question is reverse direction question. See the question. Identify A. Here E plus KOH aqueous. You will get here the structure. I will not do the structure. Neopentyl iodide plus neopentyl alcohol plus Ki. Here conditions are given here. First write the structure of A and IUPAC name of A. These are the two conditions given here. So this question should be solved in the reverse direction. Here structure is given, here common name is given, and remember that IUPAC name is asked. Now see, first write the structure of neopentyl alcohol. This is the formula for neopentyl alcohol. In this reaction, KOH is there, you can easily form the KOH. It is a substitution reaction. That is, this OH will be replaced by the I. So what you will get here? Neopentyl iodide. But in this case, the condition is what? You are asked here IUPAC name. So you have to give the number 1 here, number 2 here, number 3 here. Therefore, the IUPAC name will become 1-iodo 2,2-dimethyl propane, because 3 carbon are in this page, and this is the IUPAC name of the structure, and this is the structure of that compound CH3CH3CH2R. This is the structure here. So sometimes the question will be set in the reverse direction. Again, I will set the one more question. Identify A. See the one more question on identify A. A plus NaOH aqueous. Again, it is alkaline hydrolysis reaction. Alkaline hydrolysis reaction. You will get here benzyl alcohol plus NaBr. Again, you have to be solve this question in the reverse direction, because we cannot identify it directly here. First, you have to determine write the structure of benzyl alcohol. Benzyl alcohol is a common name. The structure of the benzyl alcohol is like this: CH2OH. In this case, you can remove the NaOH in this way. So the structure will become, this OH will be substituted by Br. So this is your structure, and write its IUPAC name. It contains only one carbon atom, therefore it is a derivative of methane. It is derivative of methane. So see here, the name will become bromo amyl methane. This is the IUPAC name. So two conditions are here. You have to write the structure and IUPAC name. Structure is this one, IUPAC name is this one. So when the question is given like this, identify A. The question should be solved in first in reverse direction. Second in common name will be given here. Write the structure of common name. It is a substitution reaction. Replace by OH by the substituent Br. So you will get the structure, and then I write the IUPAC name. So these are the important points here. So we completed the first method by hydrolysis of alkyl halides. Now see the summary and tell me the second method. The second method is by hydration of alkenes. First, I will set the question on hydration, then of alkenes, according to the NEET and JEE pattern. Now, what is meant by hydration? The meaning of hydration is addition of water. Second question, which reagent is used for hydration? Tell me the answer here. The answer is cold and concentrated H2SO4. This reagent is used. Second question, this is the first question. Second question. Third question on the title hydration. Hydration of alkene is a two-stage reaction. So they will be intermediate. So which is the intermediate here? Intermediate is alkyl hydrogen sulfate. Alkyl hydrogen sulfate. This is the intermediate. Then last question. This is industrial for commercial method because of two reasons. You have to give that two reasons. First reason is that alkenes are available on large scale. These are available on large scale in the nature. It is petroleum product. Second thing, H2SO4 is regenerated and reused. Regenerated and reused. Last question. Role of cold and concentrated H2SO4. It is a catalyst. This is known as a catalyst. So remember that these 5-6 questions according to the NEET and JEE very important. See the 5-6 question on hydration, brief revision. Hydration means addition of water. Which reagent is used for hydration of alkenes? Cold and concentrated H2SO4. It is a two-step reaction. Intermediate is alkyl hydrogen sulfate. It is industrial or commercial method because of the two reasons. Alkenes are available in large scale product. It is a petroleum product. H2SO4 is regenerated and reused. I will explain the second point in the reaction. Then role of the cold and concentrated H2SO4, it is a catalyst because it is regenerated in the last stage. Now I will state the important question on the alkenes. Important question on alkenes. See the first question on alkene. Alkenes are also known as dash dash. This is the important question. And see, there is always confusion between the two terms. The two options will be given in your question paper. One is a olefin and second is a paraffin. Select the correct one. This is known as olefin. Now the question on olefin. Olefin is a Latin term. Meaning of the olefin is oil like. And the question here, why alkenes are known as olefins? Why alkenes are known as olefin? This is the important question. Alkenes are known as olefin because when they are treated with halogen, say for example chlorine, they use oil like product and therefore they are known as olefin. Second question, molecular formula. Molecular formula is CnH2n. Next question, these contain two hydrogen atoms less than alkanes and two hydrogen atoms more than alkynes. This is the important question. Alkene contains two hydrogen atoms less than alkane. You know the general formula for alkane, CnH2n plus 2. You know the general formula for alkene, CnH2n minus 2. So it contains two hydrogen atoms less than alkane and two hydrogen atoms more than alkynes. Again, alkenes are two types. Tell me that two types of alkenes. One is symmetrical alkenes, another is unsymmetrical alkenes. Propene is unsymmetrical alkene, ethene is symmetrical alkene. But1ene is unsymmetrical alkene, but2ene is symmetrical alkene. So these are the examples. Take the brief revision on the title alkenes. Alkenes are also known as olefin because on reaction with halogen gives oil-like product. Molecular formula CnH2n. Next question again. Which is the functional group for alkene? The functional group for alkene is a carbon-carbon double bond. It contains one sigma bond, another pi bond. Then it contains two hydrogen less than alkanes and two hydrogen more than alkynes. Alkenes are two types: symmetrical alkene and unsymmetrical alkene. Symmetrical alkenes are represented by RCH double bond CH2. Sorry, R, like this, RCH. Unsymmetrical alkenes are represented by RCH double bond CH2. So these are the points here. So take the important points here. Alkenes are two types symmetrical. So I will make here A part and B part. So anyone else difficulty about the question on the title hydration alkene? Shall I start the point A? I will write the point A, hydration of symmetrical alkene. Point B will be hydration of unsymmetrical alkene. So give the title everybody. Hydration of symmetrical alkene. So the title, hydration of symmetrical alkenes. Symmetrical alkenes are represented by RCH double bond CHR, where R is equal to R. See the examples here, 1 and 2 examples I will take here. Put R is equal to H, in this case we will get the structure E3. Put R is equal to CH3, in this case we will get the structure But2E. But2E. CH3, CH double bond CH, CH3. So I will take these two examples here. Now see here, you will do the reaction with cold and concentrated H2SO4. Cold and concentrated H2SO4. So I will write here H2SO4, cold and concentrated. So you will get the structure CHR, CH2, CHOHR, and you will get this alcohol. So addition of water will be take place during this reaction. Addition of water. Now I will explain with the particular example here. CH3, CH double bond CH, CH3. This is But2E. This is the IUPAC name. See the common name of this one. It is called as beta butene. This is your alpha carbon, beta carbon. The double bond starts from the carbon number beta, therefore it is called as beta butene. When you will add here water molecule in the presence of cold and concentrated H2SO4, you will get the structure CH3, CHOH, CH2, CH3. What is the common name and IUPAC name? The common name is secondary butyl alcohol. I will not write because I was explained in the point nomenclature. IUPAC name is butane-2-OL. Now see the mechanism of this reaction. It is a two-step reaction. So what is here? It is two steps reaction that I will explain here. Two steps reaction. How this structure is formed during this. So see the step number 1. See the step number 1. First H2SO4 will be ionized as H plus dot OSO3H minus. SO3H minus. So in this case, so see the CH3, CH2, CH double bond CH, CH3. When you will do the reaction with H2SO4, so you have to be not use no Markovnikov rule here. You cannot use here Markovnikov rule because this is the symmetrical alkene. Marconi Cox rule is used only in the case of the unsymmetrical alkene. So you will add here H, you will add here OSO3H. So what you will get here? CH3, CH2, CH, OSO3H, here CH3. This is known as, general name here, alkyl hydrogen sulfate. Alkyl hydrogen sulfate. Now this is your step first. Now the step second, alkyl hydrogen sulfate CH3, CH2, CH, OSO3H, CH3. It is treated with water, H2O. See, addition of water is here. So I will write here this bond, I will break here, I will write here H and OH. By using this, you will get here H2SO4. So you will get here H2SO4. And see the product here, CH3, CH2, CH, OH, CH3. This structure and this structure is same. Both are same. That is secondary butyl alcohol, common name butane 2OL, IUPAC name. Here numbering is from left hand side, here numbering is from right hand side. Both the structures are same. Both are related as object and its mirror image to each other. So this is the two-step mechanism. So anyone has difficulty about this two-step mechanism? So take the brief revision on the title, hydration of symmetrical alkenes. When symmetrical alkene is there, you have to not use the Marconi Cox rule. Remember that, no Marconi Cox rule. So you can prepare here this one. One of the important question. By this method, you can prepare only one primary alcohol, that is ethyl alcohol. All the alcohols will be secondary and tertiary. All the alcohols will be secondary and tertiary. When you will take here ethene instead of beta-butylene, you will take here ethylene, you will get here ethyl alcohol. And this is the only one primary alcohol you can prepare. Other alcohols will be secondary and tertiary. Now I will start the point B. I will start the point B. Which is our point B? Tell me the point B. The point B is hydration of unsymmetrical alkenes. Hydration of unsymmetrical alkenes. Unsymmetrical alkenes are generally represented by RCH double bond CH2, where R may be alkyl or aryl group. Now see the examples here. Put R is equal to CH3. What you will get here? You will get here propene. Put R is equal to C2H5. What you will get here? You will get here but1E. Put R is equal to C6H5. What you will get here? You will get here styrene. This example is a very important example. So I will take here the three examples here. Put R is equal to CH3. Example is a propene. Put R is equal to C2H5. but1E. It is also called as alpha butylene. Put R is equal to C6H5. You will get styrene. When you will add here water molecule H2O in presence of cold and concentrated H2SO4. Remember that you have to use Marconi Cox rule because this is unsymmetrical alkene. It is not divided into two equal parts. Therefore, the negative H2O can also be written as here HOH. This is the positive part, negative part. And you know the statement of Marconi Cox rule. When unsymmetrical reagent is added to the unsymmetrical alkene, negative part of the reagent gets attached to the carbon atom which carries less number of hydrogen atoms. Suppose this is carbon number 1, carbon number 2, OH minus will go to the carbon number 2 and the product will be like this, RCH CH3. So I will write here, he will attach here OH group, he will attach here AH, double bond will be converted to the single bond. This is addition reaction. Addition reaction. Particularly, it is electrophilic addition reaction. Sometimes the question will be said here. It is electrophilic addition reaction. Because electrophile is here H plus. This H plus is derived from cold and concentrated H2SO4. So these are the important points here. Sir, excuse me. No. 1 minute. Where R is equal to alkyl or allyl group, R is equal to CH3 propene, C2H5 butane, C6H5 styrene. It is electrophilic addition reaction. Now see here, I was explained A and B points in detail. Now I will explain the mechanism. The first question on the mechanism. So write everybody, hydration of alkenes is dash Stepes mechanism. Hydration of alkene is dash step mechanism. This is the first question. The answer is here, it is a 3 steps mechanism. Second question on the mechanism. What is the type of mechanism? It is electrophilic addition reaction mechanism. Electrophilic addition. The electrophile is H plus. It is derived from cold and concentrated H2SO4. So these are the question on the title mechanism. See the first question, hydration of alkene is a dash steps mechanism. Answer is a 3-step mechanism. The type of the reaction or mechanism is electrophilic addition reaction. Here electrophile is H plus. It is derived from the cold and concentrated H2SO4. So I will explain these 3 steps in detail. See the step first. In the step first, H2SO4 will be ionized as H plus dot OSO3 H minus, and this H plus will be act as a electrophile. And see, your alkene is like this. So I will explain the mechanism of this reaction. But 1. First I will write the reaction here. See the reaction here. CH3 CH2 CH double bond CH2 plus H2O in presence of cold and concentrated H2SO4. So the product will be, here you have to use the Marconi-Cox rule. Negative part of the reagent will go here and H plus will be go here. So you will get this answer here, butane 2OL. So I will explain here how you will get here butane 2OL. Now see, your alkene is this one. Step first is electrophilic addition to alkene to give carbocation. Now I will say the question on the carbocation. See, A, B, C and D. C dot, C plus, C minus. I will set here 4 questions here. Which of the following is a Carbanian? Answer is a D. This is a Carbanian. See, here is a term anion. Anion indicates negative charge. A carbon carrying a negative charge is known as Carbanian. Now the second question, which of the following is a carbocation? Answer is a C. This is a carbocation. The term cation indicates what? Having a positive charge. And therefore this is a carbocation. Next question, which of the following is carbon free radical? This contains odd number of electrons. This is a carbon free radical. And this is the carbon atom. So these are the four important questions here. Now see, first point is electrophilic addition to the alkene to give carbocation. Our alkene is but1ene. This is your but1ene. So start from the but1ene. CH3CH2 CH double bond CH2 plus H plus. What is the type of the reaction? It is electrophilic addition reaction. This is electrophilic addition reaction. So you will get here the structure like this: CH3, CH2, CH double bond, CH2, and proton will be added to the carbon-carbon double bond. Now I will select the objective question here. Point A, point B. Two options are given there, A and B. See the option A. Option A indicates alkene to the proton. Option B indicates proton to the alkene. Select the correct arrow here. Here the correct arrow is A, B is wrong. So why A is correct? The carbon-carbon double bond indicates one is a sigma bond, another is pi bond. Pi bond is electron rich. Pi electron cloud is easily donated to the electrophile H plus, and you know the electrophile H plus is electron poor, it is electron acceptor. Therefore arrow A is correct and B is wrong. Therefore I will remove the arrow B here. And therefore as the pi electron cloud is donated to the H plus, therefore it is called as a pi complex.